Subic Bay, once the beating heart of American naval power in the Pacific, a place where history and destiny collided on the edge of the sea. For nearly a century it sheltered the mighty U.S. 7th Fleet. Subic was more than a base. It was a sprawling city within a city, bustling with life, commerce, and the constant hum of military readiness. It stood as a living symbol of a powerful alliance between the United States and the Philippines, a partnership forged in war and sustained through decades of uneasy peace. In 1992, the last American ships slipped away into the horizon. The gates closed behind them, and Subic faded from the world's strategic map. Its vast shipyards and airstrips, once echoing with the sounds of military drills, were repurposed for business, tourism, and trade. The base became a commercial hub, its military past slowly dissolving into memory. The world believed the era of great power rivalries was over. The Cold War had ended and many hoped that peace would be permanent. But history, as it often does, circles back, reminding us that old ghosts can return in new forms. Today, August 24, 2025, the clang of steel and the roar of heavy machinery echo once more across Subic Bay. The air is thick with the energy of transformation, as workers labor day and night to reshape the coastline. The Philippines is building its largest and most advanced naval base on the very grounds of the old American facility. This is more than a construction project. It marks a profound strategic shift, a turning point in the nation's defense posture. This is more than renovation, it's a direct response to the gathering storms in the region. Rising tensions, territorial disputes, and the shadow of conflict have made it clear. The Philippines must stand ready to defend its sovereignty. Subic's revival is about more than military might. It's about a nation reclaiming its place in the world, asserting its independence, and preparing to face a more dangerous and uncertain future. The deep strategic waters that once served the U.S. Navy are now vital lifelines for the Philippine Navy's survival and operational reach. These waters are once again at the center of a new chapter in history. The return of warships to Subic Bay is a statement to the world. The Philippines is drawing a line in the contested waters of the South China Sea, determined to protect its territory and its people. Subic Bay is set to become the anchor of that line, a symbol of resilience, renewal, and the enduring spirit of a nation ready to face whatever the future may bring. To understand Subic's resurgence, look east, to the contested South China Sea. Over a third of global shipping passes through these waters, rich in resources and strategic value. China claims nearly the entire sea, clashing with the exclusive economic zones of the Philippines and its neighbors. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled for the Philippines, but Beijing rejected it, escalating tensions. Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia now routinely harass Filipino vessels using gray zone tactics, aggressive but just short of war. Filipino fishermen and sailors face daily intimidation, their livelihoods and security at risk. Diplomatic protests have proven insufficient. The Philippines needs a credible deterrent. The answer lies in the deep sheltered harbor of Subic Bay. The move to rebuild Subic as a naval base is driven by necessity. In today's rapidly changing security environment, the Philippines faces mounting challenges in its maritime domain, making it crucial to strengthen its naval capabilities and infrastructure. The current Philippine Fleet headquarters at Sangley Point is outdated and poorly located for rapid deployment. Its facilities, built decades ago, can no longer keep up with the demands of modern naval operations or the urgency of regional threats. Subic's deep water port can host the largest warships and opens directly onto the South China Sea. This strategic location allows the Navy to project power and maintain a visible presence in contested waters, deterring potential aggressors. From here, Philippine ships can reach disputed areas in hours, not days, a game changer for national defense. The ability to respond quickly to incidents or provocations is essential for protecting the country's maritime interests and asserting sovereignty. China's gray zone tactics are intensifying, and the Philippines is shifting from a reactive to a proactive defense strategy. The government recognizes that waiting to respond is no longer an option. It must anticipate and deter threats before they escalate. Subic is the linchpin of this new approach, enabling forward deployment and rapid response. With modern facilities and direct access to key maritime routes, Subic empowers the Navy to act decisively and maintain readiness at all times. Public opinion has shifted. Videos of Chinese harassment have galvanized national resolve. Ordinary Filipinos are now more aware than ever of the stakes in the South China Sea, fueling calls for stronger action and unity. There's a rising demand for a stronger defense posture. Citizens are rallying behind the military, supporting increased recruitment, and participating in demonstrations to show their commitment to national sovereignty. Investing in Subic is both a military and political decision, reflecting the will of the Filipino people. Leaders from across the country are making it clear that defending the nation's interests is a top priority. It's about standing up for sovereign rights against a more powerful neighbor. The Philippines is sending a message that it will not be intimidated or pushed aside in its own waters. Subic is where that stand begins, a symbol of resilience, determination, and the enduring spirit of the Filipino people as they defend their home and future. The new Subic base isn't just a revival, it's a transformation. State-of-the-art facilities are being built for a modern Philippine Navy, focused on surveillance, rapid response, and information dominance. Much of the project is shrouded in secrecy. Details about surveillance, command systems, and submarine pens are closely guarded. This operational security is a strategic advantage, creating uncertainty for adversaries. Subic will be a hub for integrated maritime domain awareness, linking radar, drones, and satellites to a central command. Unlike the old American base, the new Subic is leaner, more integrated, and Philippine-led. U.S. private equity through Cerberus Capital Management is involved in construction, a sign of American interest. This public-private partnership accelerates development and brings world-class expertise. Subic is being built not just as a symbol but as a resilient, high-functioning military installation. Subic's development is a collaborative effort, central to a web of alliances that stretch across the Indo-Pacific. Once a symbol of past military might, Subic is now being transformed into a modern hub, where nations come together to secure shared interests and promote regional stability. For the Philippine Navy, this transformation marks a leap in capability. A new home for advanced warships, a staging ground for maritime law enforcement, and a symbol of national resilience. Subic's facilities will allow the Philippines to better patrol its waters, protect its resources, and respond to emerging threats. The United States stands as a key partner in this endeavor, providing not only construction expertise and military aid, but also a renewed commitment to joint defense. Through the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, the U.S. and the Philippines are deepening their cooperation, sharing technology, and building trust. American ships will be frequent visitors, conducting joint exercises and strengthening the alliance. Their presence sends a clear message of solidarity and shared purpose. Southeast Asian neighbors like Vietnam and Malaysia welcome a stronger Philippines, seeing it as a vital counterbalance in a region marked by competing interests. These alliances foster dialogue, build confidence, and encourage peaceful solutions to disputes. Subic could soon become a hub for multilateral security cooperation, intelligence sharing, and joint patrols, bringing together navies from across the region to address piracy, smuggling, and other transnational threats. China, however, views Subic's revival with suspicion, calling it a provocative move and a threat to regional stability. Chinese state media warn of escalating tensions, and Beijing closely monitors every development. This reaction underscores the high stakes at play, as every move in Subic reverberates across diplomatic and military channels. The Philippines and its allies hope that Subic's growing strength will deter coercion and safeguard the freedom of navigation in these contested waters. The base is more than just infrastructure, it's a strategic move in a high-stakes geopolitical chess match, where every decision could tip the balance. If successful, Subic's transformation could reshape the balance of power in Southeast Asia, setting a precedent for regional cooperation and collective security. Its future will be watched by friend and foe alike, as Subic stands at the crossroads of ambition, strategy, and the enduring quest for peace in the region. Subic will house a fleet unlike any in Philippine history. Modern frigates like the BRP Jose Rizal, equipped with advanced sensors and missiles, form the fleet's backbone. New offshore patrol vessels and fast attack craft are being added, ideal for countering gray zone tactics. Plans for a submarine fleet are underway. Subic's deep harbor is the perfect home. Technology is central. The base will operate drones for persistent surveillance, providing real-time data to command. Subic's command center will fuse information from ships, aircraft, drones, and radar into a single operational picture. This high-tech integration enables rapid, informed decisions in a crisis. U.S. support is crucial, providing both hardware and expertise. Subic is not just a port, it's the nerve center of a modern, responsive navy. The Philippine Navy is now equipped to see and respond to threats like never before. Subic's redevelopment marks a new era in U.S.-Philippine relations. It reaffirms the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, strengthening an alliance that has endured for decades. This isn't a return to permanent U.S. bases. The Philippine Constitution forbids it. Instead, the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows for rotational U.S. access and joint investment in facilities. Subic will likely become a key EDCA site, giving U.S. forces access to the South China Sea for training and support. For the U.S., a strong ally at Subic is a strategic asset, enhancing its regional presence. Critics in the Philippines fear entanglement in great power conflict, but Manila sees the risks of inaction as greater. The government believes a robust alliance centered at Subic is the best deterrent against aggression. Subic is the linchpin of a modern, mutually beneficial partnership. Transforming Subic Bay is a calculated gamble. The rewards, stronger security, deterrence, and protection of vital resources. The risks provoking China, escalating gray zone tactics, or facing economic retaliation. Financially, the project is a heavy burden for a developing nation, requiring careful balancing with other priorities. Regionally, Subic's militarization could trigger an arms race or deepen divisions within ASEAN. The base reshapes the regional balance of power for better or worse. Success depends on blending military strength with diplomatic skill. Subic gives the Philippines leverage, but not a magic bullet. The goal, a stable, rules-based order where disputes are settled by law, not force. Subic Bay is once again at the center of Asia's strategic map. Its revival is a symbol of Philippine resolve and a new national identity. The base anchors a proactive middle power, determined to shape its own destiny. The future of the Indo-Pacific hinges on what happens in the South China Sea. Subic is the Philippines' answer, an investment in a rules-based order and sovereign rights. The road ahead is complex, but the message is clear. To allies, Subic signals reliability and shared security. To adversaries, it signals the end of unchallenged coercion. Subic's rebirth as the shield of the Philippine Republic will shape the region's future. The ghost of the past now stands as a sentinel for a new era,